Hello, I'm reading Evie, and today I'm going to talk about The Ghost and the Poltergeist, number 34 of Haunting Danielle. Yay, only 4 more to go. I think. Yeah. By Bobbi Holmes. If you don't know that by now, what have you been watching? If not my other 33 videos of this book series. Okay, whatever. Living in a haunted house is nothing new to Danielle. In fact, she's rather fond of the ghosts who visit Marlow House, as she did marry one. That was not a part of it. But after she brings home the twins, unexplained paranormal activities in the nursery perplex not just her, but the ghosts who frequently visit Marlow House, and the once was ghost. Again, that wasn't it. The house has a poltergeist. Hence the title, The Ghost and the Poltergeist. There are about 3 characters. Well, a little more, but whatever. There's Gemma? No, it was Gemma. No, it wasn't Gemma. Whatever. We'll say Gemma. Second wife of Betsy's husband. Betsy was the person who made the quilt, mother of the twins that Gemma raised. Rodney, Clay's business partner, probably for illegal activities. It was. And then I forgot to write Betsy's husband. Well, whatever. I think it was like Dan or something. We'll see if it matters. Okay, the boy's name. Oh, yeah, if you left off at my last video, we found out the girl's name of the twins that they had. And now we finally are finding out the boy's name. Jack Brian Marlow. Jack for Walt's old friend from his first life. And then Brian, of course, for Brian that we know, who helped give birth to the babies. Well, not give birth. Well, you know what I mean. Helped during the birthing process. He caught the babies. Whatever. I'm just kidding. Debbie, Clay's wife, is an idiot. She's not mad at him abandoning her and their twins, and believes he ran out of fear. Okay. There's a ghost they can't see bothering them, and tried hurting Heather with a heavy bookend. Thankfully, she's a good one, apparently. So the ghost can't hurt her, according to the universe. They got a quilt from some Beckett estate. I bet that came with the ghost. It did. Oh yeah, someone is definitely haunting the quilt. It got moved downstairs once they guessed it was the quilt's fault. It got moved back to the nursery by itself. Okay. Yeah, it was apparently watching the twins. So, and apparently it was somehow obvious that the quilt was made for twins. I tried Googling it. It was like a twin themed or something. I don't know. I couldn't find anything. But apparently it was, maybe I missed the description or something, or maybe it was saving it for the end. Because apparently it was supposed to be like included with a zipper, I think, or Velcro or something like that. Basically where you split the blanket and then you could share it with twins. So I guess maybe that's how they knew. Because they kept mentioning it, and I'm like, how do you know it's for twins? But I was like, I must have missed something. Betsy was not interested in her kids when she had them, and left after removing her wedding ring. She abandoned her kids and Dan. Oh, I was right, the husband is Dan. Her husband. This was decades ago, so postpartum depression wasn't really known yet. Or at least according to Gemma? Can't remember how they pronounce it. I think it was Gemma. Yeah. According to Gemma, she did not have any interest in those kids. And just left. Earlier in the book, Clay and Debbie's twins boys, who are apparently like 9 years old only, broke into the other house that had the tunnel. Clay apparently was staying in the house, and the couple who lived there is selling and divorcing. We met them when I think it was like the Halloween book. No, I didn't read that recently. Back when they had their Halloween haunted house, and that little girl came by and like started hanging out with Evan, but turns out she was a ghost. Yeah, and they thought that her parents were the ones moving in, or not parents, aunt and uncle, but it turns out they didn't even know her because she was a ghost. So anyways, those are the people who lived in that house. They're divorcing and selling. The boys have now snuck Clay into the house, and Debbie is just happy as can be. Happy as a clam. Whatever. There's a cold case where a woman was found murdered in a root cellar. She was found years later, too. I wonder if it's Betsy. Maybe she was killed instead of running away. Danny is now dreaming of the house, too, and having terrible nightmares about it. It belonged to a Bud Jamison, who apparently abused his wife, though, so it could be him. She did have a ride, after all, supposedly. We never heard about Bud again. So I wrote his name for no reason. And they knew it was like a barn, actually. It was next door. I kept wondering how that fit in. I didn't think about a neighbor. Apparently there was a J on the barn door, or root cellar, or whatever building it was. It wasn't the house itself, but so that's how they knew, or that's how Danny knew that that's where she was, because of that J. Ian did some checking. He found an obit for Betsy's father, and it listed her as a living relative after the woman was found dead, so it might not be her after all. But last time Ian did some checking, if you'll remember, from the first Christmas book, The Ghost Who Came for Christmas, he did some checking on, it wasn't Chris, it was Richard, I think it was his name. And turned out that was wrong, so maybe this will be wrong. Dan said she seemed happy and told her brother Hector that she probably left with another guy. Suspicious. Joanne thinks the real Walt took over Clint's body since he had the attitude change. I wish they would tell her, because she is right, as we all know. However, she thinks it's Walt haunting them now after all, and is telling them her experiences from when Danny moved in about ghostly things. It was assumed she was alive for the obit, not known. So it could be her. Clay has the exact same plan as the bad people in the previous book, except I lied, it was not the exact same plan. But the similarities: get Danny to get the coins and necklace out of the bank, and have her wait for further instructions. Ow! Jesus. Sorry, I just pinched my elbow. It really hurt. Why? Moving on. The plan was to get Danny to get the coins and necklace out of the bank and have her wait for further instructions, but they're just gonna get it themselves instead from her house through the tunnels. And now he's planning on kidnapping one of the babies. So not the exact same plan after all. Because actually his plan included killing everyone, so except for the babies, at least. But he also wanted to kill Heather. So there was that. Well, Gemma was evil to her poor stepkids, saying that they'll never mount up to anything, and even their own mother didn't want them. Ugh. I did not like her. Dead body is Betsy, poor thing. Her ghost is speaking now after Danny arrived to her old house. So Danny wanted to see it in person, but they didn't really stay, but then Betsy followed her along, and for whatever reason. I think the twins were with her too. No, I didn't write that down. Clay tried killing Heather again, but Marie was there and stopped it immediately, as Betsy warned her. Matt's attacked him this time. Good kitty. And he did damage, unlike Honey did. He went to town on Clay's face, and it was described as like blood dripping in his beard, blood just dripping. It's like, good kitty. It's not so fun when a cat attacks you. I've been there. Thankfully not on the face. I got attacked on my leg, and it hurt. There were like 3 like claw marks that are probably still in my leg or on my leg, the scars, but anyways, Clay's gonna be feeling that for a while. The poltergeist was basically Betsy all along, with her negative energy over not being there for her children. Poor thing. Poor Betsy. Aww. Everyone thought she just ran away because of her stupid killer. The fabric of the quilt is made of the same from the sweater she died in. So that's how Danny was able to get in, and, well, obviously she didn't ID her through DNA, but yeah, that's how she was able to get in and like get them to identify through DNA, because she was like, I saw the same sweater. And I don't remember the tale she spun, but obviously she saw the the sweater on the spirit. Excuse me. Gemma I was wrong, not ready yet. Gemma confessed to killing Betsy. She was in love with her husband, and Betsy accused her of trying to get in between them. Betsy supposedly slapped her, and she fell. Oh, I meant Gemma. Gemma supposedly slapped her, and she fell. But apparently that was not it at all. That's the story Gemma told. Betsy said she turned around, and Gemma hit her in the back of the head with a statue. She tried getting up and got hit again, and then she got dragged to the cellar alive still. Yeah. And Gemma was only after Dan. So, yeah. And her kids, as they got older, started looking like their mom. And that's why Gemma did not like them all of a sudden. Apparently she was really nice in the beginning. Yeah. What an evil witch. Chris originally offered to move Betsy to wherever her twins wanted, then amended it to move Betsy and her husband Dan to be together again. Because Dan had died at this point for a while now, from like a heart attack or something. Her kids are older than Betsy was when she died. Dan gave the quilt to Danny, I'm sorry. I was like, wait a minute. Danny gave the quilt to Betsy's kids. Aww. Betsy is now sticking around to haunt her daughters. I almost like cried with each line, or with each new revelation on these. Clay is dead. Sweet. Although not for the mediums. We'll find that out in its book. But he finally got caught, obviously, thanks to Matt's attacking him, slowing him down, and the ghost. For Marie for tying him up. And yeah, so he was in jail. Yeah, he was in a jail cell earlier. I don't think he was in prison yet. Oh, maybe. Whatever. Somebody there killed him. Haha. That's what you get. But yeah. So now I am on The Ghost Who Sought Redemption, which is book number 35. I'm so close. I can finish maybe in like 3 more weeks if I keep up at this pace. So if I at least listen to a book a week, that is obviously 3 left. And I'm almost done with this one. Actually, I got like an hour and a half or so. Or an hour or something. I'm like super close. Maybe I can finish cooking dinner when I'm cooking dinner tomorrow. Maybe. Yay. Anyways, Let me know what you thought of the ghost and the poltergeist. It was sort of a poltergeist. It was negative energy after all, but for a sad reason. Aren't they all? Let me know what you thought. Bye.